So you were also, as you're setting up the Islanders, you're also setting up the NEFHA League as one of the
Yes,
administrators.
yeah. I had a dual role.
How how did you find that? What were the challenges? What were the successes?
Well, the challenges in terms of from the league point of view, the teams at that time were all based on, I guess I wouldn't say ethnically, but we had some teams that were primarily, all the players would be from Europe. Let's say we would have the Dutch team, we would have an English team, we had teams from Pakistan, we had two teams from Pakistan, we had the West Indian team, which was the Islanders. So all the teams were ethnically based or based on some region, some geographic region. Yeah. So that was a little difficult and at times created problems.
What sort of problems?
Well, what I say, so if the English team, if the English team found playing the Dutch team, there was that rivalry, or then you had the teams of primarily Germans, So, yeah, it was fun, but at the end of the games, we'd all meet at the bar somewhere and have a drink, But during the games, it could be quite competitive. Yeah, very competitive. But the early years, that's how they were formed. More and more from the teams they sort of stuck together. If you were from Europe, you would just join, that team, the Greenwich team that was primarily British, or you would join Westchester, which would be the Dutch, or the New York team, which had a lot of Germans on it. Yeah.
We'll come back to the New York Field Hockey Club soon.
Yeah.
That's the
Islanders.
Points.
Yeah.
Quite important part of your history.
Yeah.
As an administrator, how did you find this influx of expat-based teams in the league? How has that helped the development of hockey in New York?
It helped it a great deal because there was always that influx of Caribbean players coming in. And it was not so much that we found them, but they found us. And that was unusual because this was before internet was developed. It was strictly word of mouth, it was strictly word of mouth, but it was such, the Islanders were based in Brooklyn, New York. And there was a high Caribbean population in the Brooklyn area. So it was not difficult to recruit players. And sometimes what would happen is that if someone knew they were coming up to the US either to study or to live, they would contact us ahead of time to let us know that they were coming up and wanted to know how they could, come out to play with us. So before they even landed at Kennedy Airport, the contact was made already. So yeah, it wasn't difficult recruiting players at all. We were never at a loss for players. As a matter of fact, we started out with one team, and within 2 years, I believe we had 2 men's teams and 1 ladies team. Yeah.
How quickly did that happen?
In less than 2 years. In less than 2 years, we had more than. At one time, we had close to 50 players. Yeah. Close to 50 players in less than 2 years. We had 50 active players. We had 2 men's teams. And when I say 2 men's teams, not just, 12 or 13 players, but we'd have as many as like 15 to 18 regular players that are eligible for the first team and the same for the second team. Yeah.
There are clubs up and down right across the world who are quite jealous of that. I've played games. I've turned out for 11-side match with 9 or 10 players before.
Yeah. No, in the early years we had no difficulty playing. Yeah, no difficulty finding players. Yeah.